knowing the factor that they're born and raised in the south side of Chicago. Mother was shot and killed when she's 17 years old. Didn't know who the dad was. Not a good start. His name is Lamar Crawford. He lived a rough life in the south side of Chicago. Poor, poverty, violence, drugs. At 11 years old, was recruited into a gang, joined the gang. 3 years later, he's on the street selling drugs to make money. He was introduced to the gospel through a cousin of his, and he found what he was looking for. And now he's a chaplain of the Cincinnati Bengals. He's on staff with Athletes in Action. He goes around the nation preaching in the off season. And Lamor's is an inspirational, motivational, get you stand up, hollering type of preacher. I mean, he's just dynamic. And if there was ever a man who could have quit in life, he could have. Because he actually wrote the foreword to a book of mine coming out pretty soon called Bengal Believer. He's the chaplain of the Bengals, so he wrote the foreword for this devotional. He doesn't boast or brag, but he tells everybody if he can do it, anybody can do it. If he can, if God will save him, then anybody can be saved. So they just have to ask for it. That was my guess, about 1,200 people, and they were. He had him in his hand, and it wasn't him, but God worked through him. So I asked him that question too. I said, "So what's it like being a chaplain of the Bengals? This, being around all these limelight players?" And he says, "I stay out of the light, man." He says, "I don't want that." Mm-hmm. He says, "My job is to empower them and lead them and help men become men." He tries to encourage every player, whether they're a believer or not. They're in this limelight and they're making a lot of money, and people are all often they're chasing for their autographs and their pictures. So there's this image and identity of who they are, and that's the biggest challenge that a lot of these players face is who they are on the field and who they are in reality. And he went from a life of selling drugs and taking drugs to skipping school to being a very, very well accomplished student.